Take a look at the person sitting next to you. Did you know that statistically speaking, there is an achievement gap between you and the person you're looking at? Did you ever stop and think that you are included in the achievement gap?
So, what is the achievement gap? The achievement gap is the difference that is presented when comparing the academic outcome of children living in poverty to financially stable children. Two of the main factors that affect the achievement gap is race or ethnicity and socioeconomic status. Features of the socio-psychological environment are internalized by student marginalized groups. This can cause poor academic performance and contribute to persistent racial or ethnic achievement gap. Racial inequalities have a big impact on academics that can cause an achievement gap. The largest achievement gap can be seen when comparing white and Asian students to Hispanic and African American students. This is alarming since Hispanic and African American students will represent the majority of students in the future. The achievement gap is also affected by a student's socioeconomic status. Socioeconomic status is an economic and sociological combined total that measures a person's work experience and individual's or family's social and economic position in relation to others based on income, education, and occupation. Children from poverty are more likely to experience lower academic achievements than children from more financially secure homes. Families living in poverty have a more difficult time meeting their child's social, physical, and cognitive needs. Children's learning suffers when the families have a lower income. With not enough funding for books, toys, and appropriate learning tools, and an increase in TV usage, the child's cognitive development suffers significantly. Three influential areas that affect the achievement gap are income, culture, and environment. Dependent on the amount of money you make, society places you into a specific category that ranges in different income classes. As you can see from the chart in Dyer's textbook, Chapter 5 provides a poverty guideline which indicates what is considered to be the poverty line per household. In an article, authors Crook and Evans detail a study done on 4th and 5th graders which focuses on the effect low income had on children between 1 and 24 months. Our culture plays another role in our socio-economic status. Some cultures do not have positive views of education. Students from different cultural backgrounds are placed into different stereotype categories within the educational field. There are many excuses given to why the U.S. is no longer one of the top competitors of the world. However, it is the lack of time that instruction is given and the issue of society's view of family structure and cultures that plays another big role in the achievement gaps. The environment that students live in has an impact on the achievement gap. Income has an effect on what type of neighborhoods you live in. Serious problems, such as overcrowding in schools, have devastating effects on the resources available. This creates an unstable environment for low-income students. Low-income students have a higher chance of being taught by poorly qualified or underqualified teachers that can view students in a negative way. Even though the achievement gap impacts the education system in negative ways, there are some alternatives that we can utilize to start reducing and improving the achievement gap. There are programs that are implemented that are effective, which have improved in closing the achievement gap. We can keep programs going such as Head Start, and high-scope curriculum model. The purpose of Head Start is to serve children from low-income households by providing extensive early childhood education, nutrition, health services, and parent programs. The main purpose of an entitlement program such as Head Start is to offer an enriched program to children from lower incomes. The Head Start that students are receiving could reverse the cycle of poverty and ensure children's readiness for kindergarten. The high scope curriculum model is an early childhood program in which a teacher works with 3 and 4-year-old children in the classroom setting, making weekly home visits and having daily staff meetings. Based on Vygotsky's sociocultural theory and Piaget's cognitive development theory, the curriculum emphasizes that children need to be engaged in active learning, partnering with teachers in building a community of learners. Even though there are programs in motion, they are not the only way to close the achievement gap. It is not only the school's responsibility to close the achievement gap or eliminate health disparities in school. It is a community effort which includes families, healthcare systems, litigators, media, and economic policy. As educators, we could encourage parents to become more active in their child's education. Even though the achievement gap research is based on student data, there is an opportunity to learn gap that focuses on teachers lacking the proper training to handle different cultures, races, and backgrounds. Studies show that 15 to 16% of teachers are not experienced with diverse classrooms, which causes the students to struggle. As future educators, it is up to us to work together to give our students the opportunity to close the achievement gap.